Good afternoon, Jamie. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
That's good to hear. As you know, you can call me Angie. That's fine. I've been with this practice for now probably 10 years. I enjoy what I do, and I want you to know that I'm here for you, and so is um, this business. So never feel like if you feel like you can't talk with me and you need to talk with another counselor, that's perfectly fine. I totally understand. And I can happily refer you to someone else. But I want you to feel comfortable and feel at ease being here. And feel free to ask me any questions at any time that is pertinent to you and the success of our counseling sessions.
Right.
Okay.
I was
Did
just
you
nervous
understand?
coming in.
I'm sorry.
I was just nervous coming in, that's all.
And that's okay, especially when this is your first time. Some people get like that, and that's all right. Even as counselors, we tend to get nervous, believe it or not, because we want to make sure that we're helping our clients to the fullest and making them understand that this is basically for them and to get them in a better place that is going to be great, later, and being able to cope with life outside of the whole counseling, part. Did you have any questions for me from uh, the questionnaire that was given to you in regards to
Um,
the sessions and signing off on things that we decided?
I know that we'll just be meeting you and I. So I just wanted to make sure that like if any of my family wanted to come that they wouldn't be allowed to, you know.
No, that is strictly one-on-one, me and you. And if you feel like why you're here is based on certain family members and you want to talk with them later as we go along in the sessions, then we can cross that bridge when it's convenient for you. But no one will have access unless it comes down to your well-being or someone else's well-being.
Okay. So it's
Okay.
just confidential between us.
Yes, ma'am. This will stay confidential between us, no matter what we discuss. Like I said, as long as it doesn't, the only time that we would have to get someone else involved is if you're going to do harm to yourself or someone else.
Okay.
Okay. Um, did you have any questions for me before we got started?
Yeah, like how many sessions? You said sessions. Like, what does that entail?
Okay, that when we talk about sessions, it's basically on how the client is doing the first day, what is assessed from the first day of our session. And if we feel like you may need, if both of us agree that you may feel to have extra counseling more than maybe 5 to 10 times. But you won't know that. We won't know that until after as we go along.
Okay.
Midpoint through our sessions, we will revisit how you're feeling. Do you feel like you need extra sessions to get a better understanding of what's going on with you and your present condition?
Okay. And
Okay.
how long is each session about?
Each each session can last between um, 30 to 45 minutes, and if need be, it can last a little bit longer, depending on the client and the situation that we're discussing.
Okay.
Okay. How are you feeling today?
Like I said, a little nervous, kind of like, am I making the right choice to come here and talk about stuff? I kind of did counseling when I was a teenager, but it didn't really like last. So I just now that I'm an adult, I'm just like trying to figure out what can make my life a little bit better because I've been stressing out and it's been difficult certain days to get up and stuff like that. So,
And how long has this been going on? This feeling of
um,
getting up.
um, I don't know, at least a while, maybe a couple years or a little more. It's not every day. It's not all the like, it's there, but it's just not an everyday thing necessarily. Sometimes it'll go for a couple days in a row or a week in a row, and then I'll be okay. So I'm trying to see. I didn't know at first what was happening, type of thing. So I just kind of tried to manage.
Okay. And that's understandable. How do you manage when you go through these periods?
Um, I don't know, just uh, you know, sleep a lot and try to get through the day as best I can. Try not to overthink too much, I guess, about feeling down or
Okay.
feeling like upset. So yeah,
Does is this in regards to family or work or
it's everything.
um love
Like
life?
yeah, anything can make me kind of like down, and so it's not one thing in particular that I can think of.
Do you have any support that you can reach out
Um,
to?
yes and no, because sometimes people are just there when I need them, maybe, or even when I call upon them, they're not there, so I go to somebody else. But there's not one person I always go to all the
Okay.
time, I guess you could say. So
Okay.
yeah,
And you did say that you had visited therapists when you were younger. How did that go?
not too well.
How come?
Just because I wasn't wanting to participate, I was made to do it.
Oh,
And when I found out how much it was, I just refused, and they weren't going to force me to get in the car to go. So,
okay. So you've been dealing with this depression for a while.
yeah, I guess so. I thought it was just because I was a teenager and I was just doing normal teenage stuff that, oh, I don't need that. I don't need the help. I'm just going to breeze by and just do the bare minimum of what I need to do. So,
Right. You
or
ever
I
feel
would try to be more active to kind of cover up, certain things to,
okay.
like, if you put a smile on your face, people don't ask you if you're what's wrong. So
Right, right. Do you feel like it helps when you're around others?
no,
No.
I could feel just as alone in a crowd of tens of thousands at a concert than I would at home with my cat. So it doesn't matter where I'm at, who I'm with. If I'm in that type of mood, I'm in that mood. Like I
So what lifts you up? Yeah, I know you just said your cat.
so
Is your cat like your companion and
I guess kind of annoying too sometimes, but I only had him a little less than a year. So, but I do listen to music when I'm trying to get out of that bad mood.
good? That's
I
good.
really like to sing for myself, not for anyone else, but I do like just feeling like out of my own mind, I guess, and music definitely helps with that.
That's good. Any
Hmm.
other outlets that helps besides music?
Um, Not that I can think of right now.
Okay. Do you ever feel hopeless?
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like nothing will ever get better?
Yeah.
How often?
Um, I mean, it's that's like a weekly thing. It doesn't not like it like pops in my head maybe once or twice a week maybe, but not like always for the whole day. But sometimes it could be the whole day. So it just depends, I guess.
Okay. Um, how are you feeling right now? Do you feel hopeless or helpless?
Um, I'm because like I said, I don't know what's gonna help me,
Right.
but I'm here hoping for something better. So there's a little bit of um anxiousness, I guess, hoping that there's something that'll help. So
And we're going to find out what's best for you. Okay. So don't think that you're just hearing, oh, great, this is not going to work. No, we're going to do whatever we can that's in your best interest to help you.
Okay.
But I know you say you feel like this almost every week. So how about we try starting out with maybe writing down your day to days? How do you feel in the morning, at lunch, and in the evening? Do you work?
Like a journal or something, maybe?
Yes, keep a journal because sometimes that helps. And even counting, getting in a place, in a quiet place, taking, even if it's just 5 minutes, taking 5 minutes out of your time and just relax. Breathe in, breathe out,
Mm-hmm.
count to 10 as you're breathing in and then releasing it. And just doing that for 5 minutes. Even if you do that once out the day, that's fine. But I think because you're going through this and you're stating that this is a weekly thing, or even off and on weekly thing, every other week.
But it's a
Writing a journal sometimes helps because then you're writing down your feelings, you're expressing them,
okay.
and you're able to think and let some of those feelings release,
Mm-hmm.
even if it is on paper.
Okay.
Um,
I'll
and
I'll try.
and also try to reach out to who is your number one go-to person that no matter what's going on, they're going to stop what they're doing to take that time out for you. Because as long as you have that person in your life, or even those persons in your life, that helps you out to get through the negative time you're feeling.
Right. I just don't want to burden anyone else. Like if I'm in a bad mood, I don't want to like push that mood on somebody else. So that's why I don't always do that. But I'll try.
And I get it. You never want to feel like a burden. But remember, if they didn't answer, if they wasn't there for you, then you would be a burden. But if they're always there for you,
Mm,
then you're good. You're good.
thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. How about we start out, being that you're having this off and on every other week or every week sometimes, how about we do it twice a week for maybe the next 5 weeks? How does that sound to you? Would
Well,
you be
I
willing
took
to do
off
that?
today, but would you have time after I get off work or on a weekend or something?
Sure, we can go that route. Whatever works for you.
Okay.
Okay.
hmm
How did you feel after being here today?
Um. Well, like I said, I was nervous in the beginning, but I'm hopeful that I'll find something that works and you know, you're not like the other person who just want to push like drugs and stuff on me or like try to assume what was going on and you actually asked me what's going on.
I think can't always go that route of drugs, medications. Sometimes you just have to see how things go,
hmm
and we progress and we come up with ways that's going to work and cope for you. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Also, because you feel hopeless and helpless, um, even though I gave you 2 exercises to do, if you feel like you need to reach out to me, please feel free. You have my number
hmm
and we can talk through the phone if that helps also for you, even
Okay.
if it's the off hours. If I don't answer right away, that's okay. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Okay. So don't think that I'm just not, I'm ignoring you,
Right.
because I do have other clients. So I may not be able to answer you right away, but as soon as I get a moment, I will reach back out with you. Okay.
hmm
So we'll talk the next time and just get with my receptionist and we'll set up those days for you. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
It was a pleasure meeting you, Jamie, and just keep your head up. We'll get through this, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Have a wonderful afternoon.
You too.
Okay.